road. You love the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear.
So I came to NBC Youth because I had missed the last few years of Kids Arvo, which was another kind of church-run event, because of other things in my schedule. But then youth was later on in the evening, and I ended up not doing whatever I was doing on Fridays. Probably, I have no idea what I was doing. And yeah, so I just started going the first day that I was able to in Year 6.
So in primary school, I used to go to Kate's house like every day after school because her house was just right near the bus stop, so we'd just go in and chill. And then one day she was like, hey, there's this thing at my church for like kids or youth, and she didn't want to go by herself. So she invited me. So I was like, yeah. And so we went, and I remember I wore a purple Tokyo shirt, my purple jeanie pants, purple Converse, a purple headband, like a bandana, and a purple bracelet. And we ate pasta.
Yeah, back then we got dinner.
Yeah. And Mia Leach came up to me while I was eating my pasta. We were sitting on the steps, like outside the church, and she goes, "Is your favourite colour purple?" And then that's where it began. I was like these people.
Well, for me, it all started when I heard Kate and Abbey talking about it at lunchtime. It was like, oh, Holly the question lady, and it was really fun. And I was like, FOMO, like fear of missing out. I didn't want to miss out. And so Kate had invited me, and so I said, yeah, let's go. And yeah, it was fun. And since then, I've never looked back.
Okay, so for my first time at youth, I remember, I don't really know how I came. I guess everyone else was there. And I remember in primary school, like, a few of our other friends had just been to youth, and they'd come back and be like, oh, it was so much fun. And I think before that I had like training for sport on like the Friday afternoon. I was like really devo. So later when like my schedule cleared up, I was like really happy, and I was like, well, I'm doing nothing now, so I may as well hang out with these lovely ladies and spend my afternoons having fun. And so I remember my first youth, it was Christmas in July, and Daniel jumped on a bag of beanbag. That was my video. And I remember Caitlin leaning over me and being like, this isn't what every youth is like. And I was like, okay. And it was just so much fun. I loved everyone.
That was so good.
Yeah, and so, yeah, it was pretty good since then.
Michelle, stop.
Wait, I thought we were reading it out loud.
No!
Either do it all or none. No.
And that looks like I was going to punch her. I was like, no!
We love each other.
Okay, so in primary school we had this pretty tight group, and then when it came time to go to the high schools, none of us went to the same school, so none of us go to the same school. But the good thing about youth is that it kept us friends and it kept us close. And I also think it was God's plan to send us to different high schools, because that way we are able to spread the gospel to more people. Like, we can all talk to different people at our schools, and then at the end of the week come back and reflect on how things are going and just talk about how things are at school and with other people and family. And I think that's like a lot more special, only having one time together most weeks to just talk about that.
So I moved recently, and we all used to live really close together. And so that was another thing, like Abby was saying before, that we used to hang out after school all the time. We couldn't do that anymore. So youth is another reason that we've been able to stay friends. Yeah, so I think that's been really good as well. And also at school we have limited Christian friends, well at least I do. And so even like we can spread the gospel as well, but we also have a place where our friends are Christian, and we have that support of a friend and a Christian at the one time, and that's really important, I think.
And especially since like when you're in high school, you're constantly surrounded by like bad habits and sometimes bad people. It's so good to have that group of Christians that are always pointing you towards God. And like I know that sometimes when I have like troubles, I can always turn to them, and they always point me towards God, which is really good. And yeah, it's just really nice to have, and I'm really blessed.
Just like when Kate moved houses, there was a time just after I joined youth, when our netball team, because we were all one netball team, we had a split, and so 2 of us went to one club and 2 of us went to another, and youth was just always there so we could like meet back and just be with it, support each other. Yeah.